Hello everyone and welcome to Bigbite Reality. Today we're going to be interviewing the one, the only Mr. Bigbite himself. Hi sir, how are you?
I'm fine, and you, Nosy.
Good.
And welcome guys to our channel. Many of you guys have been inquiring about what we've been doing in the last year when we launched the Bigbite brand, and I thought that Nosy wants to go through a little finer details about the actual vehicle that won hottest ride at GermanVsJap.
So, good sir, tell us more about yourself.
I'm Warren, aka Mr. Bigbite. That's as much as I can tell you.
There must be more.
I'm married.
Yes.
I have 2 kids.
Okay.
I've been a car guy all my life. Featured in the Speed and Sound when I was very young.
Okay.
Building cars, buddies, breaking cars.
Okay.
Learning, racing fuel, sound, playing, connecting. I don't know, everything. Stealing my dad's cars when I was young. Everything that I could do wrong as a young boy. And that's how I ended up in the car game.
Okay.
Passionate, extremely passionate. Picturing myself, 17-year-old boy, hanging over a boot, trying to connect 2 massive 0-gauge wires, shocking myself because I connected the wrong batteries in series, trying to build show cars and thinking I was going to make some event. That's it, high level. And then ended up in the media game, doing media for about 10 years. In that time, wasting a lot of cash on cars.
Yeah.
Myself, realizing that that's where my pure hobby is.
Yes.
You know, and everybody knows me in the car scene as Mr. Bigbite. Well, not Mr. Bigbite, they know me as Warren with all the different cars that I used to come and do my thing, and that's it.
So I see that this grew from a very young age. Now, what do you do for a living? What would you call this?
So now what we do is we make other people's dreams come true. My biggest thing is that we help people achieve their goals and their dreams. Because me being a young boy, wanting to always have these cars or be in the sound game or being in the car game, I think now it's just seeing that smile on other people. So it started off with polishing and detailing and cleaning cars, and now it's gone into building custom cars and putting a team together that can actually produce this package for customers and an all-round solution. Fabrication right up until, especially I'm very passionate about polishing and cleaning. I'm a bit OCD, so I'm a clean person. I like things to be clean and neat, and I think that's where I brought that into the car game.
That's beautiful, because now we can see the passion, the love that you do in the car.
100%.
And what would you say motivated you to own a 325i?
My dad owning a 325 when I was very young. And then we owned an IS, one of the prestige Evo 2s in the country.
Wow.
And a couple M3s.
Okay.
And then I think I didn't know where to start, knowing that I needed to carry this legacy that we had as a family.
Okay.
And because we lost our cars. So our 325 IS went, and they broke the head on the 325. And so then when I looked at it, I had that passion to say, hey, you know what, this is where we need to start. And also the way just a box shape looks, it's just the ultimate, most sexiest BMW ever. I can't even say that's the reason,
And now going to GermanVsJap 2023, how do you feel about taking the hottest ride?
So it's been a massive emotional journey, you know, because last year we took 5th place, and this year we took 1st place, and it was all the people. So it wasn't me, it wasn't the car, it was a combination of the people. The people judged the car, the people voted the car, and so I feel proud that all the late nights that our team put together building the car, and the suffering, pain, the painstaking, hungry nights, the cold winter part, you know, of building this car. It wasn't just a pick up and drive. You know, it wasn't saying, hey, you know what, boys, I got this clean 325, let's put air suspension, lacquer seats, let's paint it, and we'll take it to a show, maybe we'll win something. No, it was a revival of a vehicle that was abandoned.
A long time coming.
Why I think taking 1st place was so emotionally, it was an achievement. You know, you feel good. And it motivates you now to say, hey, maybe one day I can do best of show, you know? So that's the next level from here.
So I know this is not a one-man show. Can you tell us more about your team and how they helped you build this car?
You know, Nosy, that's been something on my mind every day. We eat together, we laugh together, we fight together, we share the same thing. I think this team, it comprises of young and old. That's what amazes me, is that I got extreme Gen Zs with me, and I got mixed hybrid Gen Z plus Y into where I am from, you know, my generation, and then some baby boomer thinking, you know, so it's so amazing that the team that I work with has so much variety of mindsets. I mean, from tech to hardworking to cleaning the floor, man, you know, to picking up things, to working late nights, to busting it. And I think you're right. This team, I think we've come together from a long place. I mean, from washing cars at my place to where we are today, and to finding each and other in different avenues. So yeah, you're right. It's not a one-man show. And we in the Chronicle newspaper, there's a team shot of us. And when the guys are all dressed up and ready, and we can go and do a one-on-one on each and what they experienced.
Did you feel nervous at all?
Yes, I did feel nervous. I felt most nervous when we were driving the car there. I think that was important because the first issue we had, I kept on feeling nervous taking the car out of the shop. Every time this car had to come out of the shop, it was freaking me out because the lip was too low. You scared the car's gonna get bumped, scratched, and is something gonna break. And when you test driving this car, it was emotionally wrecking the day we shot the whole video for this car, because I was driving on the highway and I was running out of battery power, and that's why we need to invest in some serious batteries for this car, because we got a lot of tech in the car.
Okay, and do you think that this E30 specifically will be South Africa's favorite going forward?
South Africa's favorite E30s will always be South Africa's favorite.
True.
Not this E30, every E30. Even a half-down broken E30 with one door and a guy's hand hanging out. I notice as long as you put your two legs outside of this car and you hang within, it will always be South Africa's iconic car. So it's got nothing to do with this car. It's got to do with South Africa. We as South Africans, we love this. I don't know why, but it's just that makes us go mal. Hey?
It's in our DNA, don't you think?
Spot on. It's in our DNA.
Okay. And now with this one, what were the difficulties that you faced?
I don't know where to start. The difficulties, first challenge was the hours.
Oh, of course.
The hours were extreme. It was abnormal. There was no relevant eating times, sleeping times. There was no family time. There was no personal time. You couldn't even get a shave in there. You couldn't even get a bath properly on time, because in between that was load shedding. And it was the financial stress that this project put us under, because we had to close our shop down to actually build this car for 2 months before the show. And the biggest part, if I go out of that, was bringing the car here. The day Brandon and I went to see this car, it couldn't even roll onto the flatbed. So Brandon took a jack and he jacked the wheel. He took another thing and we bumped the car. We pushed it and bumped it out of a dungeon area in this place into a section, and we dragged the car with ropes onto the trailer, and we watched her drive. Then we took it to the panel shop there we were working, and we dragged the car back off and then dumped the car because it looked like a ball of nonsense. And we were building the 325, the black one, while we were building this car. So it was so emotional, because every time Brandon and I would look here, we were like, hey, look, this car looks horrible here. Are we gonna start? You know, and then we had the engine lying on the floor and the pieces there, so it was emotional, man. Can you imagine looking at something and the puzzles don't even fit? The pieces didn't fit. So yeah, if that answers you.
It does, it really does. But one thing I'm most curious about is this color. What motivated the Ferrari Red?
It was a sleepless night. I pictured, so firstly the car was brilliant red. From the factory. So I said, how can we be unique? And what I looked, when I closed my eyes, I saw a Ferrari F40, right?
Beautiful car.
Clearly, we all know the Ferrari F40 is well out of our price league. But I always go back to childhood dreams, because every boy's dream was a Ferrari F40. It was your poster car. So what else better than owning a Ferrari? I said, wait. Then the M3 came out, the F90, the F80 M3 came out. And it came out with a color called Ferrari Red. And this one oak brought this to a race where I was with the Austin yellow car, and this guy rocked up with his Ferrari Red. And when I looked at the two colors, and I said, Yara, that car will look crazy on an old car. And I said, you know what? Brian and I were chatting, and I said, Bri, let's go paint this car the BMW Ferrari Red. And that's how it inspired. And then when we closed our eyes, we actually saw the F40 mags on this car. But we couldn't afford the F40 mags. I'm just going to be honest with you. When we got a price for the Ferrari rims, it was close to about 56,000 Rand for the wheels. And it's a work in progress. So the Ferrari Red supposed to complement. So this was the closest wheel to the F40 Ferrari. And we had all the replica Ferraris that the guy was selling, but the J was wrong. The width of the rim was too shallow. So we wanted a deep one. And that's where Ferrari Red came in. And then I made up with Global Auto Coatings, and Riven said, Warren, I can do it for you. Okay, and then we got a little bit of a special thing in this car. This car got 10% silver in it, which we took from the Ferrari stable, and we dropped that in there. So that's why it's kind of looking, it's gleaming. It's bouncing your eyes crooked. You know, she's not Anna Red, she's not Brilliant Red, it's not any rot, it's just pure Ferrari Red. Big bite style.
Exactly. Exactly. And now with the events that we just went to, how did it feel having all the supporters come and cheer you on?
I did not expect that. I was worried because I could see the anticipation building. And I did not know there's so many supporters support the Bigbite brand. I did not expect, you know, because you sit behind your phone every day and all you think is, people follow you, but you don't realize how many people actually follow you. It didn't hit. When I got there, I never sat down. Every person, picture, and I said to myself, but that's the game. You got to love everybody, and you got to show them, because guys wanted to sit in the car. So I didn't expect the rush. The rush was just too much, and being hungry, being thirsty. Worrying about whether your car is going to get scratched or broken on the day, because the event was just overcrowded. That was the first issue I had, is that people couldn't enjoy the car because they were confused, man. They were pushing each other and trying to check the car, trying to talk to me. One oak is asking me about, can I detail his car? Another oak is asking me, can I build the car? And then 15 people want to do something else. And then 40 people want to do something else. And then that was just chaotic for me. It was not a car show, it was a jol. It was, sorry, but I'm just, okay, it's a lacquer job, but I enjoyed it. Southside did a top job. Dawood did a top job. We're very proud of the event, that they can pull such a car job like this. They did well.
Okay, and looking at our stand where we were close to so many cars. Did you think maybe there's one that was like probably putting you under pressure?
So I think everyone needs to understand this, and I'm going to say this with the utmost respect. There were 50 other cars better than ours. 100. But our category was wrong. There was no best restoration category. The category we fitted in, which I felt should have been best restored car, and because we had a screen showing where we took the car from and how we revived it. Then there were beautiful cars in there, so I was not intimidated. I felt underappreciated for the work we did. We went to the wrong category, because even when I was ticking on the door, I said, Brandon, where's the tick box for best restoration or most dedication based on that? And that was missing. But however, I gave credit to the other cars, and they were some beautiful, but for what we've done and what we've built, I think it was relevant.
That makes sense, that makes sense. And out of all the cars you could have brought to the show, why did you pick a BMW E30?
It's because this car, as I say, is very iconic, especially the E30. This is not an E30. I want to expand on this. I want to see comments about this. You know, I want to say hectic thing. I'm angry. Stop calling this an E30. It is an E30. But it's not. These cars have names. They have models. You know, you can't say a 3 Series is an M3. It's an M3. There is an M3, there's one M3. There's one M5, there's a 325IS. This is a 325i. You get 318s, you get 316s. You know, people must say, I have an E30 318i, and this is what I have. Be specific. Tell us what you have or what you're building. because that is very important.
True.
You can't just, it's like a lot of people have been caught up in this world of E30s where they think E30s hold value.
Yeah.
Now E30s don't hold value if it's just any E30.
True.
The worst value reduces when the car is swapped. The moment the engine is changed. So I built a swapped car, and it's hard to increase value.
True.
I also built a 318.
Yeah.
Built a 325 with a swapped engine. Finally realizing that the E30s is not holding value if it's a it's not a two-door, it's not a cabriolet, it's not a 325. It's the 320 mixed with an engine is a problem unless it's a show car.
Okay. What was the most iconic highlight of the entire show?
So the best thing was Pastrata for me. The iconic thing for that show was the limbo, man. The limbo. You know, this guy jumped out of his car, Nozi. His car couldn't pass the pole, was 1.2 meters. 122 or 126, I don't know. He jumped on the bonnet, on the roof. His bras jumped on the roof. They jumped, they fled the car, they kicked the car. They were hanging out of the windows. And that was so cool for me because I enjoyed the whole limbo.
And what would you say you've learned throughout this entire journey?
I've learned that you can do anything that your heart desires. And you can really do anything that you believe in. It is possible. You're talking to an ICU recovered patient. So for me, this was my ICU patient. I was in ICU, this car was in ICU. So that's what I learned. I learned that tenacity and perseverance does pay off. And vision, the one critical thing, if you do not have a vision, you won't be able to see it. You know, you got to have a goal. So I was very fortunate that the team I worked with, so the entire team could share my vision. There was no disruption in our vision. Our entire team, from the interior to the engine to the color to the rim to the suspension, we all were one-dimensional. So we all saw Ferrari Red, F40, drop suspension, custom front, Alcantara. We could vision this thing. And we visioned it for 1 year. And every day we spoke. And she kept on sitting in the corner of the shop while we were busy detailing customers' cars. But we knew, hey, we're gonna build, we're gonna build, we're gonna build, we're gonna do this. So the whole team was synced. You know what I'm saying? Even when Brandon came to me and we spoke about car sound, and he said, you know what, Warren, I need this. I was like, yeah, bruh, I'm gonna build this for you, I'm gonna get it for you. Everybody here on this car, every person that touched this car had the same vision. That's what I learned. If they disorientated team, will give you a disorientated jungly car.
True, and you can see the results of that.
Straight up.
So, before we love and leave this conversation, what can we expect from you in the future?
Okay, so where to from here? I got something special. I think right now is that we're looking for, because there's two parts.
Okay.
The future is always to build unicorns. Okay, unicorns mean, what is this? This is a 325i MEX upside down tag. Matching engine, matching body, matching gearbox, matching everything. So it makes it unique. It's more passionate to work on it because it holds rarity.
Of course. So
that must never stop. We must always build rare cars. So if it is an E46 M3, E36 M3, 325 IS, name it, we must build it. If it's a Mark 1 GTI, if it's all the rare cars, we mustn't stop. I think we should also broaden our spectrum and build a Jap car. So we need to build a Jap car. So when we enter GermanVsJap, we must have both German and Jap. So maybe VTECs, maybe Spoon Motors, etc. I don't know. That's where I'm leaning towards. The other part of your question was,
what can we expect from you?
What can we expect? Okay, is we want to definitely improve our quality of our workmanship style. So we definitely gonna partner with relevant companies to see how we can get our QA better. So you know, before we release a product or release a part, we want to get support. So I always believe that a team that can achieve a goal is a team that's willing to expand its mind instead of thinking we've arrived, because we haven't arrived. We're all a work in progress. So it's me and everybody that needs to share this dream with me on the world to get this goal. It's like a togetherness, if you get what I'm saying.
I get you. And I'm so grateful that I could sit down and talk to you and hear the passion that comes with this car. And not only with that, with you and what you've been through and all the things that you've done. Thank you.
Nozi, always a pleasure, in-house.
Well, thank you everyone. You heard it yourself from Mr. Bigbite, from fifth to first, only at Bigbite Performance. Thank you.